Welcome to another episode of Mr and Mrs Chee. This week we are talking about breastfeeding. Pink color breastfeeding. The first question will be, how do you feel about breastfeeding?
I'm a very particular person when it comes to breastfeeding because I actually managed to breastfeed Caitlin for a year, and to me, I find breastfeeding is a must thing, something as a mommy that can do to provide the best to the children. I'm not saying that I don't agree on giving my child formula milk, but it's just that breastfeeding or breast milk comes from my body. It gives them the antibiotics that can build up their immune system, and of course, it's free, okay, but not so free. It's something that I'm very particular in, that I insist on providing it to my child.
Breastfeeding to me is I leave it entirely to Mrs Chee, whether she is comfortable in doing so and for how long. All this decision I leave to her because it's from her body, and it really takes a lot of determination and effort to breastfeed your kid. I will give her my full support for as much as she needs. We get almost a year of supply of milk back. We get a special freezer for her. All this, I'll do what I can to support in this breastfeeding journey. But on the other hand, I also told her that if she really feel uncomfortable or really tired or that, she can stop anytime. There is no forcing her in doing so. It's entirely up to her. Of course, I don't really mind breastfeeding or formula milk or this. Every kids will go up fine with regards of any types of milk that you are giving to your kid. I do grow up without milk, in fact, so I have no strong opinion on that. I'm just leaving the decision to the mother.
Yes. Breastfeeding is very tiring because you have to wake up every 3 hours to pump. If you didn't wake up on time, you miss your timing, you will have very bad engorgement and even blocked darts, which I experienced it once. Okay, when I have Caitlin, I didn't experience it at all. But when I have Caden, I actually experienced it when he was about a month plus old. Yeah. Mr Chee was the one who is squeezing the milk for me, massaging my boobs, and all I did was like shouting to him, "Tong, tong, 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 pain," and it's really very painful. And I don't know why I got it, but it hurts a lot. So it doesn't stop me from providing breast milk to Caden. And of course, the freezer that Mr Chee bought for me, currently it's filled to the brim, and the milk bag that he got me for my 1 year supply actually gave me a shock.
So the next question is breastfeeding difficult?
Yes and no. Yes, when your baby doesn't want to latch on your nipples. No, because if the baby latch on well, then you won't have to be pumping, and pumping hurts. If given a choice, I would yeah, that's the sound he enjoy listening. Yeah, if given a choice, I would rather let Caden latch on and drain out all the milk instead of pumping. Because pumping, you are just like sitting there 15 minutes doing nothing. But latching, you can take a look at your beloved prince and your beloved baby. It's a kind of like bonding. So yes and no, but it depends on individual mommy, because I do have friends whereby their kids don't actually like to latch on and they are doing exclusive pumping, and that is very, very, very tiring.
So for daddies out there who has a breastfeeding wife, it's not so difficult for us, right? We don't need to do anything. Baby cry, just give it to mother only, ma. Yeah, that is how difficult daddy gets lah. You just sit down there and you can't really help anything because your baby is breastfeeding, and the most you can do is just change diaper, get them clean up. That's all basically you can do. So there is a very limited things you can help out in terms of hygiene and well-being, all that.
Oh, you can help. You can do something. You can help the mommy to prepare their pump parts. Get them standby, and once the mommy is done, her body energy is being drained, you can wash the parts.
Yeah, cleanliness, very important. Yes. Next question. Small boob equals no milk. Is it?
And I don't agree on this, okay? Small boobs doesn't mean no milk. No. Milk comes from water. If your water intake it's a lot, you will have milk. And of course, it depends on your body itself. And you need to have plenty of rest. Don't be too stressed out. The milk will eventually comes to you. So it has nothing to do with your boob size. It's your mental, your body, and your physical.
The only thing boob size is related to breast milk is the capacity. It's just the storing part.
The storage.
Yes. The bigger the milk, the cup, the cup size, the bigger the cup, you store more water, right? Yeah, so you just think of the water as the breast milk. The bigger the cup, the more milk. The smaller the cup, the less milk. However, it doesn't really represent how much supply you produce. So, no.
It's not related. Supply can be built up because it's demand and supply. The more you let your baby or the more you pump, the supply will come to you eventually. So yeah, demand versus supply. It's not.
Oh, wrong video. The next question is, any advice for those breastfeeding parents out there? Daddy, go first.
Okay, Daddy, go first. Since he's volunteered.
For all the Allah out there, if your wife is breastfeeding your kids, be grateful. Okay, and do as much as you can to help out, to make sure that she is comfortable in her breastfeeding journey. Don't be so forceful about breastfeeding. If she can, good. If she cannot, don't be so persistent about it. Don't pressure her. She is the mom of your kids also. She also wants the best for the kid. Just let nature take this course. Okay?
So for breastfeeding mummies out there, don't be stressed. You have it, you give it. You don't have it, you try to build. After building and you still don't have it, it's okay, you can give formula. Babies can grow well in formula as well. So don't be too stressed. Drink more water. Water intake, it's very important because breast milk comes from water. So drink more water. Drink as much as you can. Don't be too stressed. Breastfeeding is just a way of people saying save the cost, save the milk powder, but actually it doesn't really save because you spend a lot on your milk bags. And I think
milk bag, freezer, the initial cost for the pump,
correct.
All this add up, and your money, electricity bill. Although that,
correct.
If you compare it month to month, it doesn't really reduce the cost that much. Plus, you need to have a lot of determination, like I said before, for the mom to really pump every few hours, and stress when she see the milk supply is so little, and
so minimal, yeah.
Don't stress okay.
When I see my milk supply so minimal, I was telling Mr. Chee, I have no milk. I was so depressed when I was when you first pump, you only 30 ml. How much can a baby drink when you have 30 ml of milk? So yeah, don't be stressed. You're a happy mommy, and you have a happy baby, and you have a wonderful supply. Yeah.
So with all this, we have come to the end of the episode. If you have any questions to ask mommy, I believe this episode have nothing much to do with daddy. Yeah, so if you have any question on breastfeeding, you can ask her. She is considerably quite knowledgeable on all this. Those kaypoh mummies.
Excuse me.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye.